Hello, hello. Happy March. Oh my gosh. So I think tomorrow is the official first day of spring, but today feels absolutely beautiful where I'm at. I'm in East Tennessee. As you're coming in, please let us know where you're coming in from, how the weather is where you're at. I hope it's beautiful because, oh man, we spent the morning at the park riding bikes and playing baseball, and it just feels really, really, really good out there. So let us know today's guest. I'm so excited for. Giacomo and I have been friends for over 5 years or over 4 years. I think almost 5 years at this point. Kelly, so good to see you. Most of y'all who are going to join know him very well. Let's be honest. We're all friends on the LinkedIn platform. Most of the Coffee with Kim crew seem to be the ones that were signing up for this event, which I'm so, so glad to see. So let us know in the comments what you want to hear from him and from us. We're going to talk a little bit about Coffee with Kim. So if you're in our crew, be sure to chime in with your thoughts on that. Let's see. Kelly says, it's beautiful here in Pennsylvania and I'm taking my dog to the park. Good. That makes me so happy because it's just amazing. Oh, look, we've got all the good friends coming in. I love it. Okay. So today I'm going to bring Giacomo on. He is in Italy for anybody who does not know him. We have met because he has been a Coffee with Kim crew member. That's a show that I produce that's weekly here on LinkedIn. And the really, really cool thing about that show is that we've formed such a close friendship with the audience members who are a part of that show. And so we're going to talk a little bit about why that is, what about Coffee with Kim has kind of created that friendship among all of us, and then what like blessings and happiness that has brought to us. So without further ado, look at everybody. So excited to see Giacomo. Okay, I'm going to bring him in now.
Hi,
Hello.
everyone. I shall do. Thank you so much for having me. Such a
Yes,
pleasure and
thank
honor. So
you.
happy to be
Thank you
here.
for being here. This
Hi,
is your
Kelly. Hi,
first,
Jeff. Hi,
this is
guys.
your first LinkedIn Live, right?
Yeah, so excited that it's with you.
I am so happy that it's with me too. I feel very honored about that. Let's see. Kelly says we need a Coffee with Kim Zoom meetup soon. I
When
would
you
love
want,
that.
Kelly. When you want.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think that would be so fun. So tell us a little bit about where you're at. What time is it over there?
Yeah, I'm in Milan, near Milan. It's 7 p.m. right here. So I just came home from work, from the office. And yeah, so excited to be here. So excited to talk about networking, how to create a great network and, great relationship with it.
So every time you join Coffee with Kim, which is usually one my time, that would be what your time? 6?
Yeah, no, it's going to be 7 p.m. because
Okay.
I leave work at 6, and coffee
Mhm.
we can start at 7, so 7 to 8, and it's a perfect hour for me, so that's great.
Yeah, because I love that you join because it always means so much to see you in the comments. You're always asking really insightful, good questions. And I just would love to hear from your point of view. What do you think has made that Coffee with Kim cruise so special?
Well, I mean, first of all, I just want to say congrats to you and Kim because I mean, Coffee with Kim is such an incredible production, and I think the success that is having is mainly and absolutely because of you and Kim and all the great contents that you produce. So I always honor it, and it's always a pleasure to go on live to participate to the Coffee with Kim episodes. It's always amazing because I think that what makes it special is the great community that is there, and how you can share value, inspiration, great things with like-minded people that can bring incredible questions, incredible point of views, incredible tips, advice, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful to share all that and to also create some relationship with all those people. I'm so grateful to have met in person, for example, Jeffrey, Kelly, and yeah, a lot of other people from Coffee with Kim in New York last year, and we had
Yeah.
such a great time. And this is the demonstration mentioned that, LinkedIn lives, but in general, networking online can bring incredible relationship and can make you, experience incredible experiences.
Yeah, so you got to meet up in real life. I
Yeah.
was so jealous. Tennessee is not close to New York City, but it's closer than it is to Italy. And I was like,
Without doubt.
can we make it work? Like, please. So I'm so jealous that y'all got to be together.
Yeah,
What
we
was
have to
that
do it
like?
again.
Yeah. What was that like for you?
It was incredible because I mean, seeing it, first of all, coming back in New York, that is, like a second home for me. I studied in New York for like a month, and had such a great time. I have such a great friends there. And first of all, coming back to New York was incredible. It was great studying, and Empire State Building, Columbus Circle was great. But what makes an incredible travel even more outstanding is the people that you share it with. And so meeting finally in person Jeffrey and Kelly and Jen was great because finally we had the opportunity to talk, to discuss about incredible topics in person. We had finally the opportunity to know each other in real life, and that's what makes the relationships even more stronger, important, and in my opinion meaningful. So it was really great, and I can't wait to do it again, also with you, Kim,
Yes.
and a lot of other people.
Yes, I love it. They say that was an awesome
Oh
meetup.
yeah,
I'm more than
absolutely.
happy to you. You know what, Kelly? We should do something in Tennessee. I think that that would be really
When
fun.
you want, just
I
let me
know
know.
you were considering coming to Tennessee, weren't you?
Yeah,
At one point?
absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
a huge country music fan, so I
Yes.
have to. I have to. So,
So that's what I thought was so that was one thing that we connected on early on in our
yeah,
friendship online, which I think is a really good tip. So we were talking a little bit before we were actually live about how to you it feels natural, right?
yeah,
You
absolutely.
communicating with people online just doesn't feel weird in any way to you.
No,
Like you seem to just be like I could have met you, like, at the grocery store, like, it doesn't feel any different than any of my friendships in real
that's so
life.
true.
Yeah.
That's so true. I mean, I think that the most important thing in how to cultivate an online community is first of all to just search for the people that bring on arguments, topics that
Mhm.
you're interested about, that you think that are great, that you think can there are of some value, and then maybe you can start to follow them, maybe
Mhm.
see all their contents on LinkedIn or podcasts or just posts on Instagram, Facebook, something like that, YouTube, I don't know, all the social media, and just start to follow them, start to comment all their posts, try to give feedbacks, trying to share some value of yourself from yourself, to share some great I don't know, a point of view, advice, tips, so and ideas, opinions itself, like I said before. And that I think is so much fundamental in order to start to create a relationship, mainly in an online way,
Yeah.
mainly on topics that maybe are, I don't know, business topics, something like that, and then maybe the relationship can grow and can become a little bit more stronger, and maybe
Yeah.
you can start to share also, I don't know, music or passions,
Mhm.
like, I don't know, hearts, hobbies, and something like that. So yeah, I think that it all starts from, I don't know, find the people that you think are interested, the niche that you love,
Mhm.
and start to follow them and their contents.
I think that's a good point, is that you have to actually like the person.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't just go online and be like, I'm gonna make friends with everybody online." Like, you actually need to find the people that have shared interests, that have, like, shared goals even, because I think that what y'all do specifically, like, right now, those of us that are joining us and you, the power of commenting and being the support, like, I don't think you understand how much that means to creators to know, like, oh, at least like Giacomo's gonna be there. Like, at least he'll show up to my live stream, or at least he'll comment on there. Like, that gives such confidence, because when you and I first met online, like when we first started talking, I wasn't producing very much content. Our conversations were mostly like, I remember one where I posted my son like dancing to some country music that you,
Yeah, I
the
think it was
artist,
Ryan, I think, something
I
like
can't,
that.
yeah, I can't remember who it was, but I remember that we were like, that's like our first, you were like, oh, I love him. And like, we were talking about the artist. But I think that what I didn't recognize as somebody who supported creators is that I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how many followers they have, because I have creators I work with that have 2,000 followers, and I have creators I work with that have 100,000 followers. They still notice those consistent people who show up, who comment, who engage on their posts. And I will tell you, I've seen it with multiple clients where it's like, oh, well, if it's Jeff, like, of course, but I'm not going to just hop on a call with whoever.
Yeah, that's so
Like
true.
I don't think that like people who aren't creators necessarily really understand the value of social media just in being a supporter. Like
Absolutely.
it
And
can be
I
magic
think,
just that way.
and first of all, I'm so happy to hear all this, and it warms my heart because I mean, it's always beautiful to be a supporter in other, projects of other people, friends, and on also on their dreams, on their goals, because I think it's the most beautiful thing to do. Because if you support friends and people that you love in their goals in the project, I think they have that extra power, extra energy to do it, and they will do it with even an incredible, I don't know, way to do all the thing
It,
itself.
it makes a big difference to know at
Absolutely,
least your friends have your back. Like it makes a huge
absolutely.
difference.
And I have to say, I'm so grateful because I have so many friends like you and Kelly, all the people from Coffee with Kim, and also all my friends, from Italy that are behind my back and supporting me in all my dreams, creative dreams and goals and things that I want to achieve. And it's great. It's so beautiful. It's incredible. But what I wanted to say is that it's so true. I mean, I sometimes I really want to bring some, I don't know, extra support, or I just want to, make feel the other person like they're doing something great or something meaningful.
Mhm.
So I really take time to do the comments. I just don't put a like, something like that, and just, okay, this seems cool. I just want to really take time to do a meaningful comment, a meaningful, I don't know, to share a meaningful point of view, a meaningful tips, and I think that's the most important thing to do. And that is another tips. I think that if you want to start to create a relationship with, for example, a creator with, but
Mhm.
with everyone, you just to be really supporting, take your time to be really supportive and share, great value and great, meaningful, point of view itself.
And being thoughtful in those comments too,
Absolutely,
because it's
absolutely.
it's so obvious when like because I get to see the behind the scenes a lot of these creators. And I will tell you, it's so obvious when you can tell that the person reaching out has actually consumed the content, or sometimes people will reach out to creators who don't
Absolutely.
actually have consumed any of their content. So it's really interesting. I feel like now that I've kind of been behind the scenes a little bit for the past 5 years is that I think it's more valuable for somebody who's not a creator to connect with creators, like a small amount of creators, versus like if you're trying to like connect with 20 creators and always comment on all of their posts, you're never going to be able to follow their content.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
choosing like being
True.
intentional about what content you consume so that you can be of value to that creator, which in turn will most likely be a reciprocal relationship. Because like,
Absolutely.
I can speak for Kim. I won't say this lightly, but I feel like if you asked, like, she would help the Coffee with Kim crew, and she has,
Absolutely.
with like any questions that y'all had. Like those consistent members have a special place in our heart because it's been 5 years of y'all showing up every single Wednesday, or most Wednesdays, right? Of course, not all of us have showed up every Wednesday,
Sure.
but myself included.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
but like just that support has been amazing, and I think that it's actually an investment for
Absolutely.
you, and other people who are joining. Like that is so rare these days, and I don't
Yeah.
think people really understand that like
Absolutely.
that community building, being so intentional about it. I think you've been such a great example of like being such an intentional member of that community, and you've made it so fun. Everybody that joins knows that you have just made that community so fun,
Thank you
and
so
I
much. And
appreciate that.
Yeah, but first of all, thank you so much, and I really also this warms my heart and made me make me so happy, and also because yeah, the community is incredible itself. Yeah, for inspiration, but because we are friends. I mean, with you, with Kelly, with Jeff, with Kim. I mean, we share everything from good, bad things, and all that. So
Yeah.
that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful, and I think it's not something that you can find everywhere now. And what I wanted to say that it's so true because Kim choose the best. I mean, we started to talk like 5 years ago after my first travel to New York, and I started to follow Coffee with Kim, and she's been such a huge inspiration, so a mentor, and all that.
Same
And
here. Yeah.
she's truly the best, and I'm so honored to call her friend. And what I wanted to do, what I wanted to say about this is that sometimes maybe I don't make it to I don't know Coffee with Kim on Wednesday, but I want to always share value, share opinions. So I listen to the podcast maybe some days later, and
Mhm.
sometimes I just send her an email just saying, "Hey, I just listened to this podcast. I think that these are the golden nuggets from it. These are the most incredible topics, the things that inspired me the most in it." And I think that it's something that if you want to create a relationship, you can do. If
That's a good
people,
one.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if people ever, I don't know, as podcast itself or I don't know live podcast like this one or just online if you just I don't know reach out to them and say hey I just listened to this one I think
Mhm.
it's great this is what inspired me the creator itself feels so I don't know feels so good about it and they're so
Yes.
happy because there are people out there that take time took time to listen to it to maybe I don't know take some notes of it and to be inspired from it
Yes.
and it's so beautiful I think and it's something that a tips that I will give if you want to create a great online relationship a great online network you can do also this one.
Yes, I love that because I know that you sent me like songs that you like recent songs that you've liked or like podcasters that you like, and that has been so fun because
You
it just adds like an element of like shared I don't know.
absolutely
I shared content, like, I don't know how to explain, like, it's like, "Oh, you listen to this song, like, have
yeah
you heard this song?" Like, or, "Oh, I like this podcaster." Even, like, guest recommendations, it's super, super awesome for me when I'm on the back end of shows when those that are joining and know, like, our flow and know our
absolutely
style to send us, like, "Oh, I think this would make a great guest." That is huge. Like, as a producer, like, thank you everybody who has ever done that. Like I appreciate that.
absolutely
And I also want to say I super appreciate when if there's something wrong with the stream,
oh yeah
you are always so kind and I appreciate it so
thanks
much more than I can ever say. And I appreciate those that like will private message me and be like, "Hey Shelby, this is weird," or like, "Can you help with this?" And
yeah,
I just love the like shared support and not there it's like a classy way of like helping me improve, which
absolutely. And I
I have
remember and I remember that speaking of podcasts, I sent you like a long list of them. So
yeah,
so
I
yeah,
love
that's great talking or sharing. But yeah, that's so true. I mean, also the supporting yourself, not just commenting, say okay you're great, but just also the one that okay I send her a message to say hey maybe you can adjust this thing,
it.
maybe
Mhm.
you can improve this thing. I think it's so also so meaningful for creators, but for all the people in general. And if we're speaking about what I see in work about creating a network itself, I think that the most important thing is to always be curious, always be open to the world around you, and because I
Yeah.
always think that it's about what I can give. I mean, the
Mhm.
value, the inspiration that I can give, what I can share, than what I can receive. So I think it's
Yes.
important to be curious, to be open, uh, you know, uh, in the world around yourself, and just searching for the people that can inspire you, that can you can maybe inspire also. And I think that's something that I see in a work, and never to be afraid of reach out, because most of the time I think that creators itself, but people itself will appreciate it if you reach out, say hey I love your contents, I think you're great, and think you inspired me. I think they will appreciate it so much, and that will be so meaningful. So yeah, I think always be curious, always be open, and
Yeah.
just discover the amazing people and amazing talents that are out there.
Yeah, and that's very obvious with you is that you're like a very like you're always learning and it's contagious. Like it's very fun to be around like not around you, but like in your network. Um
Okay.
but okay, one thing I want to ask and anybody who's in the comments, I would love to hear from you too. What doesn't work? Because I have worked with or have had people reach out who want to work with me who have a very high following and then their posts will get like no engagement and
Yeah.
I'm always like baffled because it's like I'll have somebody be like, oh, I have 10,000 followers, and I look through their content and I'm like, you have 10,000 followers, sure, but like you
What
don't
are the
have
comments?
you don't have friends, like you don't have like people engaging and like supporting you. And so what do you think that is, and like how do we avoid that?
Well, I think that first of all, one of the things that I seen as for me that doesn't work so much, or I mean, makes everything a little bit more difficult when you're trying to, build a network online. It's for me the distance, because being from Italy, being from across the ocean, it's always a little bit difficult to cultivate, to continue to growing, to keep a relationship alive. Because I mean, if you do some in-person events, if you do some meetings also in real life, I mean, you can make those relationships even more meaningful, even more great, and you can also create amazing memories and experiences with those people. But if you are on the other side of the world, I mean, you have to just keep showing up, you have to
Mm,
just commenting, and just always to be there, and always to try to share great value, inspiration, always to be present, because that is how you maintain a relationship alive. It's not always easy, but
mhm,
I mean, for sure, distance is something that if you are on the other side of the world, you have to work on a lot. If you are in the US, I think that maybe you have to just find your real niche. I mean,
mhm,
I think that okay, you maybe can have thousands of followers, but if are not from the niche that you talk about, the topics that you talk about, the field that you talk about, I mean, all the posts that you will share won't have a lot of following, won't have a lot of interactions. So I think that maybe the most important thing is just find your niche, and post and connect with them in order to grow even more your network, and also the opportunities with it.
yeah, and I would add to that, I think that creators oftentimes don't realize the impact of commenting back or
Oh yeah,
messaging back to
absolutely,
their
absolutely,
followers. Because I think Kim taught me a lot about that because she's so good at like
absolutely.
every person, like she tries really really hard to comment back to every single person, answer direct messages every single week.
That's
Like
so
that's
true.
on her calendar of making sure she goes through and answers. And yes, not everybody gets answered with the following that she has, of course, but like she really makes an intentional like that's part of her workflow. Whereas I think a lot of times creators think like, oh, I just put out this really great content, like why aren't people liking and engaging
Yeah,
with it? And it almost feels like there's not a real person on the other side of the screen when
absolutely,
they're not responding
absolutely.
to DMs or responding to comments. And I think because I think how it's a lot of effort, but it's effort to sit down and comment on a creator's post. And if
Absolutely.
there's crickets, it's kind of like, well, why did I waste my time? Like,
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, for in order to build a relationship, it's a two-way thing. I mean, because
mhm,
you comment, you show up, but if also the creator itself will respond to you, will connect with you, will talk with you, will I don't know, going deeper about some topics and arguments, you will feel also seen,
mhm.
valued, and so yeah, that creates an even more great relationship. So absolutely, and also from the creator side, it's fundamental to always be there, and always be sure to I don't know, spend time in order to connect in a great way with your followers, because otherwise they will follow other people that maybe will connect even more with them. Absolutely.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
another thing that I think it's important, it's when you talk about building a relationship, we're talking about people, we're talking about their lives and their schedules. So I think it's always important, yes, to show up, to always be there, but always be in attention of the other person, the other people, to always be polite and respectful, and understand that on the other side there are busy people, and so you have to just trying to be there, sure, but without I don't know, sending to them too many messages, or I don't
Yeah.
know, too many mails, just like that, because also on that you build a relationship on respect, and on politeness and kindness, and
Yes.
also on the empathy part, absolutely.
Yeah, which I think is another really great point is I am a busy person also, and I'm not a creator, and like, well, I mean, I guess I create content, but like I'm
Yeah,
not like
you're a great creator, but yeah.
well, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I have thousands of people that are in my direct messages, which is really overwhelming for creators. Like that's a consistent thing where I am usually brought in is that the creators like I just can't keep up with my direct messages. Like I don't know how to respond. So there is like a respect there of like not blowing up their messages.
Absolutely,
Like
absolutely.
you and I think that you do a great job. The other thing I love that you do is holidays. You're really good at holidays. You always are
Yeah.
like you're good at birthdays, you're good at holidays, and you're always sending just like a sweet note of like hope your family's having a wonderful whatever it is, Christmas, whatever it is. And that always just like is so that's so fun for me when I get on my Instagram and I'm like, oh yay, like
Well,
it
thank you so much,
makes
and I'm
my day every time.
thank you so much, because I'm so happy that you appreciate it. Because also that for me it's important, because if I want to, create a relationship, I always take time, like on holidays. I don't know, some hours to just sit there, because I don't want to send a same message to everyone. I want to stay there with the people that I care about and just send a meaningful and a beautiful message.
Mhm.
And I love to do that. And birthdays, I don't know, Christmas and all the holidays, and I'm so happy to hear that you appreciate it. It
Yes.
means a lot, because it's good, because as you said, I mean, you do create, you do, podcast, you do producing, and you love when people react to that. But when you see that something like that means to people, and it's so beautiful. And I'm seeing, the comments, and I really agree with Natasha, that is saying, I think it's beautiful when creators or people itself also share a little bit of their personal life, because I
Yes.
think it's important, because yeah, business, yes, inspiration, and value and all that, but it's important also to share what real lives looks like, because also in real life, especially in real life, there are so many things that can inspire other people, and that can be so important, of value, and so meaningful. So absolutely, I agree.
Yes, 100%. And I would say the other thing that I love and have appreciated so much is the way that you have always showed up with empathy and kindness. Like, I don't know why I'm going to get emotional about it, but
Yeah,
when
me too.
um, with the hurricane here in East Tennessee, for anybody who's not aware, my community was hit with crazy weather, flooding, but you were one of the first people to reach out. And it meant so much to me that not only did you reach out, but you were so like the past 6 months, you have been so involved and so just kind through that. And it's funny because it's like I've been telling everybody as I go like volunteer, I'm like, people care across the globe.
From
Like
Italy.
people care everywhere. Like, don't worry, people in Italy care because I've got Giacomo caring. And I'm like, we're okay. Like it's okay, people. And it has been just so powerful to see the influence social media had on our situation here in Appalachia. Without social media, we would not have had resources.
Absolutely.
And really it was resources all around the globe helping us make it through that. And you were a big piece of that, and I appreciate you so much because it was like I said, I would tell whenever I would like go see people, I'm like, oh yeah, I've got somebody in Italy who cares. Like,
Well, first of all, thank you so much. I mean, it means a lot, and also for that, I mean, we're friends, so I think it's normal to be there, to always be, I don't
yeah,
know, present, always be close. And when I saw what happened in your country, in Appalachia, and it was oh my gosh, because I love so much US itself. So, and I knowing that you were there, your family were there, and a lot of other people that I care about were there. I mean, it was particular to see. So I wanted absolutely to reach out, to be as close as possible, and to be of support how much I could. So that's so beautiful, and that means a lot that you appreciate it so much. And it was
So
really an honor for me. I mean, it was a pleasure to do it because we're friends, so I think it's normal to do that. So
well, and
I'm
that's what's so cool is it's like if anybody was to ask me, it's not, I don't know, it's just it's so wild to me how supportive people online can be for your like your well-being, because I think pre-COVID even it was like, oh, online people, like not real people kind of thing, and that the support both with in real life friends and online friends, both like it's the same, and it can be such a blessing on
absolutely.
in so many different ways. And like Kelly is saying, like building those real relationships, that quality over quantity, I think that that has been
Totally agree.
really really powerful for me in the past 6 months, honestly. Just knowing that the the community that's built online is real community.
Absolutely.
It's real friendships, it's real community, and it's just really beautiful. So thank you for being a part of that, and for being such a good example of being somebody who's not afraid to reach out, who's not afraid to like make these friendships this way, and being in Italy and still like staying up for things like this.
I mean, you're making me emotional too, but yeah, I'm really so happy to hear this, and absolutely, I think that empathy and kindness
Mhm,
are among the most important things in all the in business, in life in general, and I think it's important to to I don't know work on them and
mhm,
to put them in a great way, in an important way when you build the networks online, but also in real life.
mhm.
And absolutely, so really it warms my heart and my support, and have meant so much, and that's so beautiful, and I'm just so happy that it's been like that, absolutely. And yeah.
All right, so as we are wrapping up, let's see. I just what are your thoughts as we wrap up about what do you wish that everybody would do in order to build these sorts of like this networking online, and how has it influenced your business or like your career? Like has it had a direct impact on that? And what do you hope for the future? That was like
Well,
three
incredible question.
questions.
Amazing question. I mean, as I was saying, when you start to build a relationship online, and I saw this also. I just came back from Florence. I was there for work, and we are main sponsor of the most important event of in our field, and it was so beautiful because we started to create some great connection with people, from a lot of from a lot of companies, and with a lot of partners all over the world. And we built those relationship, and we were able to finally have the opportunity to meet up in real life, and to bring those relationships on a greater level. And
Mhm,
what I saw is that when you build incredible networks online, also the main thing for me is just to be there to share value, share inspiration, and be surrounded of incredible and like-minded people. Also because I mean, like you and Kim said, maybe you are the sum up of the 5 people that you surround yourself with, something like that. So if you surround yourself with great like-minded people, inspirational people, also your work and your life can have some improvements, or can inspire you to do better things. Absolutely. So when you build a network online, it's amazing how also incredible opportunities and
mhm,
can open up, because you connect with great people, and maybe you talk with someone that maybe will refer to a friend, say, okay, I met
mhm,
Giacomo, I met Shelby, I think could be a good fit for this role, or I think you can talk with him because I think you can have can receive or can share some value from you. So I think that from building networks, one of the most important thing is also that you create or you open yourself to receive incredible opportunities, and also the opportunity itself for incredible new experiences for your life, for your work, for your business, and also maybe possible new incredible projects for the
Mhm.
business that you're working on. So absolutely. And
Yeah.
on all that, I think that I just wanted to share a tool or something that I found really helpful, in the past, in these weeks itself, that is Substack. Substack, I think
Mhm.
it's really incredible, amazing, because I mean, on there I continue to find incredible articles, incredible newsletters, and I reach out to so many people from there, and I created some relationship because I saw some articles, some I don't know, newsletters, and I thought they were so inspirational on the also that of huge value, and also that I create incredible new relationship, and I continue to do so. So I think that if you want to find also great people, LinkedIn for sure. Then it
Mhm.
depends on your goal. It depends. It's a business thing or other things, but I think that LinkedIn and Substack could be great places where you can find great people.
Yeah, so I haven't been on, so I know I've been on Substack, but I've not really dove into it, I
Okay.
guess. So I know what it is. It's like an article, like newsletter
Yeah,
hub kind
exactly.
of thing, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And so, and you just subscribe to different newsletters? Is that kind of, is there
Exactly.
any of them that you really love that you want to share?
Well, a couple for sure. For example, I'm going to my Substack right now just to tell
Okay.
you
Yeah.
my favorite ones, and so a couple for sure. Well, the one from Ellison Park that
Okay.
has been a guest on Coffee with Kim, and she's great. She's great, and she has an incredible newsletter. Give me a second that I will search for the name of it,
Yeah.
so
And
I can give you.
Substack is spelled, is it Substack or is there a C in it? I
Uh, give me a second
Substack.
that I will
Yeah.
find it.
Let's see. I
Okay,
can't
found
remember.
it.
Oh, I think there
So
is a C in it. Okay. So it's
yes,
like
yeah.
Substack.
So yeah, so the one from Ellison Park, absolutely. I will send you and to all the people. I will
Yeah, we
write.
can put it in there after for sure.
Absolutely. And also another one that It's Your Word by Maria Vargas. Maria Vargas is, I'm seeing some of my colleagues
I was gonna say we
writing,
got some awesome.
Stefano and Cosimo. Hi, guys. Great experience with you. Thank you so much. And you're so
We're the
kind.
best. Yeah.
Love you. And and Maria Vargas, that I met her because Kim connected us,
Mhm.
because Kim told me, hey, this is this incredible panel about mentors and mentees of the University of Texas. So I participated to it, and Maria Vargas was one of the mentees, and she inspired me in just a second, just a moment, because she always write articles about travels, and how and what travels inspired
Mhm.
in her, and make her understand, and she's really great. So yeah, I would say Harrison Park for sure, and Maria Vargas, and absolutely Deep
And
Patel. I will
yeah,
send the links of those
okay,
newsletters in the comments, so
okay,
you can follow them, and I think they are of great quality and
that's
of
true.
great value.
I've heard really good things about Substack. I know a lot of
Absolutely.
creators are kind of migrating onto that platform, and I think I could be making this up, but I feel like I saw recently that they're doing some video content as well on Substack as along with the newsletters. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
I
have
mean,
to make that up.
you can put the article itself, the
Mhm.
newsletter, but you have also the option to put the audio of the newsletter, so you can listen to it
Oh,
if you
cool.
want to read it, and that's great. And yeah, I think I saw also some videos, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah,
but I
because I've heard that it's a pretty cool space that a lot of people are kind of like
yeah.
moving to.
I dug into it in the last weeks, and yeah, I mean, the last weeks, months, and so
Mhm.
on. And I always found incredible and so inspiring content. So
Cool.
yeah, LinkedIn is great. It's perfect in order to network for business, and also for to I don't know, create incredible relationship, also
Mhm.
friendship, like ours, and with all the people from Coffee with Kim. But Substack, I think, is the right place. It's another great place to find great articles and great inspiration. And
Kinda
thank
like
you.
value-dense newsletters, it sounds like, which yes, please link them at the end of
I will.
the stream. We'll put them in there, and we can all go explore, those. And is there anything else you want to share with us before we sign off today?
Well, I think we said it all. I mean, I think I hope that this live has been appreciated, has been insightful, of value, and inspirational for all the people that follow us. For me,
I've loved it.
it has
So
been. I love it so much. So it's been a great pleasure.
it's
And
so
yeah,
fun, and I appreciate so much that you joined me here and you
uh,
shared some of these tips of how to really build quality relationships, here, and how to connect with people here on LinkedIn and across the social media platforms in a way that really matters and that really makes a difference in life, because I know that our friendship has really it's made a difference in my life, and
in
I
mine too.
appreciate that
In
so
mine too.
much.
Absolutely.
So so
In mine
thank you so
too.
much for
I'm
being
so
here.
grateful for you, for our friendship, and
Yeah.
also for all the people for Coffee with Kim, for the friendship that we have developed in these years. Kelly, Jen, Jeff, Rachel, for example,
Yes.
Kim, Shirley. So absolutely, I'm so grateful for you and for all these incredible people.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
And everybody be sure to connect with Giacomo because he's the best and
Thank you.
is such a fun person.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for taking your time to be with us for the past little
It was
bit.
a pleasure. Thank you
And
so much to you.
okay.
Bye.